Hi guys, it is me, the Royal Diva, and we're back for another video today. Today's video is going to be a bit more of a sit down and yap session, which I know you'll love. Today's video is going to be the top 5 or slightly more things that I wish I would have learned before I started streaming, or things that I have learned in my time of streaming. Here we go. Firstly, if you have no idea who I am, hi, I'm the Royal Diva, as said. I have been streaming on both Twitch and TikTok for now just a touch over 2 years. While that is not the longest time for someone to have been streaming, most streamers don't actually make it really past their first stage. Yes, I have had my fair share of mental health struggles, tech difficulties, all of those things. But I have somehow managed to build myself up to the 2-year mark in which I stand today. And most of the things that I'm going to talk about today are pretty much how I got there. So let's go ahead and start. Number 1, you do not need to be the best or have anything that's the best to be a streamer. When I started streaming, I took a lot of inspiration from Zesty Bestie and or Ice Talks at the time. I'll put him up here or over here. I'm sorry. The main thing about Zesty Bestie and or Ice Talks that I took from 2 years ago was the vibe. His vibe was just as if he had let go. There was no animosity. There was no anger, frustration, or I should say performance within his streaming. He was just him. A lot of his calm, cool demeanor with just being himself on stream and the fun he had is a lot of what inspired me today. And I know that he didn't do it personally, but I would like to say thank you. Thank you for having so much of a wonderful, good personality, being authentic on stream, and being that safe space and the calm, cool, collective person that so many people seek, and which is what I've always wanted to be. And I thank you for being that inspiration. When I started streaming, I had nothing of the best gear. I streamed on a Microsoft Surface Laptop 4, if you know what that is, here's a picture, and a Dollar General headset with a mic on it. And yes, I'm very serious. I streamed Dead by Daylight from OBS on the lowest possible graphics, not even the right screen resolution, with a horrible mic that sounded like I was probably in the desert rather than in my own home. And somehow I built myself in just 2 months on Twitch by myself from 0 followers to over 75 by just being myself on my tiny laptop and my god-awful headset. And of course, as time has gone on, I have very slowly upgraded. I now have an actual PC, an actual keyboard, microphone, camera, all of those things. I've actually also built up my following and all of the things around me that make me a streamer. And thankfully, that is because I did not try to be the best. I did not try to race against every other streamer and put my weight at the top so I can be celebrated, because that's not what streamers should do or are meant to do. 2. A common misconception, and what I would have really learned, is streaming is hard. Before you come at me in the comments, it's really not just streaming in general. It's the entire idea of content creation or being a influencer in general. With modern day society, it is so common, and there are so many content creators, influencers, and streamers that surround our internet today. And I am just a wickedly small part of that entire community. Whatever you do with either cooking, gaming, IRL stuff, anything you do, most of it is made to look easy. In my time of beginning streaming, it felt super simple. Click live on OBS, sit and play Dead by Daylight for 2 to 3 hours, talk to chat, log off. But as I grew, it got a lot more challenging. There's a lot that you handle on your own. You handle having to start your stream, set up, make sure that things look okay. You have to be able to communicate with chat in a timely manner. You have to be able to handle all types of situations, from happy conversations to, I'm sorry to say it, trauma dumps in your chat. From bots to trolls to raids in your Discord to all of those things, you have to handle those on your own. And sure, people always say, get mods. But most people really don't do that in their very first stages of streaming. That comes way later. You are mainly a one-man or one-woman show in your first couple of months to even couple of years of streaming. And many of this is to which the fault of I took my downfall in October of 2025. I've been here since October of 2025. Congratulations, you witnessed a breakthrough. But in the time that it took up until my break, I learned a lot of things within that streaming is hard. I consistently and almost non-stop streamed the entirety of May through early August of 2025. I pushed and I hammered and I hammered and I hammered to saw my way into who I wanted to be as a streamer. I was having so much fun. I was flying through until I hit a roadblock. September 2025. I somehow started to sit here and just be quiet. I watched back my streams, I made my clips, and one day I looked at myself and I thought, this isn't you. You are doing something nearly performative. It's not working. Are you cut out for this? Should you even do it? You won't make that, right? You should go ahead and quit. Sell your PC. Sell your setup. Delete your entire social media. Don't come back. No one will remember you. You only had 500 followers anyway. That's a small amount of people. Why would they care? Those were my thoughts for over 5 months. It's hard. It's a mental challenge. It's a physical challenge. Sure, you may sit in a chair, press some buttons, laugh, cry. I don't know what you do. Talk. There's a lot that it seems to be physically easy. And it's also can be physically demanding. But it's that mental and emotional demand that most people don't realize. You are responsible for yourself and the people who are within your community. You must protect them, ensure that they are okay, ensure that they are happy with what you are doing, and that you are not seemingly shooting wrongful things at your community. You have to make sure that you're okay. You have to make sure that you love what you're doing, that you're not performing for your audience. Because if they find out you are, they won't trust you anymore. If your audience finds out that something's wrong with you, it's going to backfire on them. And it's really hard. That is why it's imperative to realize that when you go into streaming, it's going to be fun. It's going to be whimsical and it's going to be easy. Time to self-reflect. Allow that time to look on yourself and make sure that that's you. That the cameras and the chat and the people around you are not changing you, as they almost did me. Because that will be your demise. On a lighter note, anyways, number 3. Learning people is quite a challenge. Here's why. There are many things that come with streaming, and one of them mainly is learning the people around you. There can be only one person in your chat, or 15,000, but you are responsible to talk to, interact with, and pretty much oversee those people in your live streams or outside of your live streams. And you learn a lot about people. You learn different age demographics. You learn different personalities, different living situations. And you are responsible for withholding the information, continuing the conversations, and pretty much being that safe space, humble, almost therapist-like person. Sure, there are going to be older people who come in just to laugh and have fun with you. There are going to be younger people who think that you're really famous and want to come in and play with you because, oh my gosh, you're a streamer, right? You're famous. That's happened before. And there's going to be the people who just aren't okay. They find you, they talk for a bit, you get to know them, and maybe there's something going on in their life. And you're the one who saves them, and you help them. Or there's people who don't like you, and they make that rather apparent in your chat. Or there are people who wish that you should just not be alive, which they will let you know in your chat. And you must dive, weave, or straight up face all of that. You must be prepared for any situation. For a kind person, for a not so kind person, for an okay person, or a not so okay person. That's hard to learn. But once you figure out how to adequately deal with people, It really makes the process of streaming so easy, and really, all in all, is a huge lifelong skill for streaming or just out in the real world anywhere that you go. Number 4, learning boundaries. You might be saying, "Diva, what boundary should be associated with streaming?" And there's a lot, but I'm gonna get into 2 main ones that I think of in my own day-to-day life and streaming. Number 1 is the boundary to yourself. You must protect your identity, your emotions, and all those things at all times, or it can ruin you. You cannot expose where you went to school, where your college is, where your job is, where your house is, what car do you drive, where do you live, what state are you in, all of these things. And granted, many people tend to let loose a little bit, let these details fly, and still cover up their life in a safe manner. But one crack in that boundary, and it's over. Somebody can dox you, and they can find your house, your entire family, your job, your school, and ruin basically your entire life. They can figure out so many things about you, leak it online, and they can find out so many details about you, leak it online, and then you become the next James Charles. I'm just kidding. Please don't do that. Must set the boundary of your personal life from your streamer identity. The second boundary is the boundary for your people, ensuring that your community is safe and okay. The boundary of, oh, we don't talk about that here. The boundary of, oh, that's a cohesive idea. We can discuss that here. The boundary of, don't do that to them. They're not going to understand that. The boundary of, hey, do you want to meet these people? They might like you. It's okay if you don't want to. It's the boundary of connection and the boundary of emotion, and you must be able to handle that accordingly. It's very important in the life of streaming. Number 5, and probably the last one, learning yourself. Even in my time before streaming, there was a lot about myself that I did not know. A lot of things that I would have probably never figured out had I not been streaming. A lot of things that I would have never realized or figured out had I not met other people and realized certain details, behaviors, and other things of myself. A big portion of me wanting to begin my streaming career was wanting to make a name for myself and find out who I was. And one of those two things has actually happened. I kind of found a little bit deep down of myself. For the longest time, I thought that I was so incredibly shy that I hated the absolute thought of talking to anybody if you were in a 50-mile radius of me. The idea that somebody at any small glance or noise or word would probably throw me off a cliff if I even dared. But in my time of streaming, I realized that people like me. My face, my eyes, my smile, my kind heart, my humor, my laugh, my burps, because yes, those come out on stream. Maybe the fart. I'm looking at you. You know who you are. Phasmophobia. There are many things that you learn about yourself. This also includes how you handle people, what demographics you like and don't like, what topics you like and don't like, what things that you like to show slash don't show, what games you like to play, what games you don't like to play. All of these things. You learn so many ins and outs of yourself by streaming. It's odd. You would think that you wouldn't. Streaming includes a lot about yourself because people are watching you pretty much always. They watch you outside of stream in your videos or your social medias or your chat groups, and they watch you on stream. And whether it's one person or 25,000, the impression you make really matters. And if people can like that impression of you, that's good. But you have to like that impression of you. So if you learn what people like and what you like, and you meld that into a very cohesive idea, you'll make it. You must learn you first, then learn what's around you. That is the end of things that I wish I would have learned before I started streaming or learned in my time of streaming. The majority of these I have learned. I've learned about the people around me, the boundaries that I must set, I've learned the ins and outs of streaming and what it can do to you as a person, physically and emotionally and mentally. I've learned so much. And a lot of that is thanks to you guys. You guys are always so supportive, so kind, and you grow with me. You develop with me, you adapt with me, and most of you never leave. You stick by my side through the happy and the slightly revealed sad parts. You're there the entire time. And that is what makes streaming streaming. You might open your camera and just talk, play a game. Whatever you do, you're showing yourself. And you're allowing people to see you, like you, laugh with you, connect with you. That's what it's all about. It's not about the money. You don't get paid a lot anyway. It's not about the fame. It's about you and the connection with the people that you know and grow with. I appreciate all of you who have stuck around for 2 years, and I hope that those 2 years double, triple, quadruple. I hope they go on, and I'm fairly sure that they will. And there's a lot more that I will learn as times go on. Technology changes, people change, that I'll forget and probably will have to be reminded of. But I will forever hold on to the things that people taught me and the things that I taught myself. That is why I am the streamer that I am today. If you like this video, comment down below and follow all my other social medias that are in my link tree pasted right here. I thank you guys for all of the wonderful things that you do, and stay slay. And if you're watching this video, you probably are going to watch the next video that I'm going to upload this week because I'm uploading two because last week's video corrupted. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please enjoy the next one or the others if you haven't watched them yet. And if you haven't, I'm going to find you. Please go watch those videos. Anyway, please go watch those videos and the new ones coming out. I will try to have one new video per week for you guys and or two if my computer is dumb. Otherwise, enjoy Queens. I love you all. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, my divas.